All right, adventurers, welcome to the last installment of the John's Dungeon Corner of the year 2022. This is it. This is the last Friday of the year. And wow, I'm happy to be here with you. It's going to be fun going into 2023 with all the new things that are coming out, all the wonderful things that are coming down the line. All right. So, yes. We are going to have some fun. So today, oh boy, well, as you can tell, I got my guard kobold here. He came all the way from the Cron Mountains. His name is Wheezy. That's right. That's Wheezy right here. Wheezy the blue kobold. And he came down from, like I said, the Cron Mountains, or technically the cooler here at the collective, but Cron Mountain sounds so much cooler, right? All right, anyway, so Wheezy's with us today. He's got his spear. He is looking very vigilant, and he is ready for anything. Just what you want, a life-size kobold to hang out with. He's going to be the co-host today. All right, so we are looking good. All right, so, okay, here we go. By the way, Wheezy is for sale, and so is his friend Frankie. Good old Frankie. He's over there by the register. He's a red kobold. He is a red dragon descendant, while Wheezy here is a blue dragon descendant. That's right. Kobolds are descended from dragons, and that's what they say. And hey, when he's holding a spear next to me, well, he says it is what it is. The spear has it. All right. Hey, so this week, we got a lot of cool stuff in, but hey, yesterday was the collective launch 2023 launch party, and wow, this place was packed crazy full of stuff. So if you missed it, you got to look forward to it next year. It is a do not miss kind of event. It's an invitation, open invitation kind of thing. Everyone's welcome to come, and boy, did they. So there must have been.
If you sign up for the membership between now and the end of the year, you get a free benefit too.
Oh, look at this. That's right.
That's still there.
If you sign up, hey, brother, how are you? Welcome to the show. If you sign up and get your membership between now and tomorrow, the end of the year. All right, man. Tomorrow's the end of the year. If you sign up for your membership between now and tomorrow, close the business, you get a free benefit. That means that you can get whatever benefit is you have on the back of your card, depending on what level you sign up for.
And a discount.
Oh,
it's a freebie and a discount.
Oh my gosh, a freebie and a discount. What? Look at that, a freebie and a discount. You can't beat that. You cannot beat it, I tell you.
It's not our going out of business sale, but it feels like.
That's right. It's not a going out of business sale because, boy, if anything, can I tell them about next door? Is that a secret?
You can. Well, only you can and only those people. But tell them that they can't tell anybody.
Okay, listen. An exclusive. This is a John's Dungeon Corner exclusive. The collective is expanding into the next phase. Shh. So if you've been here, you see that wedding place? It is no more. It is now going to be the expansion for the collective.
The Tux place.
Is that?
The Tux place.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Tux place. Ooh.
Yeah, the wedding place is just an overflow right now.
Oh, we're just overflowing.
But the Tux place.
The Tux place. So another 2 bays. Imagine that expansion, people. I told you this place is blowing up. It's like a dungeon. We ain't got enough room for the monsters, so we're gonna open up. Let's start digging. Let's start demolishing. Let's build some more rooms. Yeah. The next level of the collective is gonna be open sometime next year, and I bet you, if I know Brendan, it's gonna be a heck of a party to commemorate that moment.
Yes, it will.
I'll see. Oh, he heard me. Especially since it's in the same room, right? Yes. So that's something to look forward to in 2023. I told you, there's so much good news. 2023 is gonna be a lot of fun. But I'll tell you something that's really neat. This is This is the last item that I shall showcase this year, and it is the campaign, the Dungeons and Dragons campaign case terrain. Check this out. Because I'm going to showcase it, should I open it? I'm going to wait till a couple more people come on. When a couple more people come on, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to showcase this sucker. I'm going to buy it. today, and I'm gonna open it up just here. This will be the last thing I do this year. That's it, right there. I didn't see it yesterday. I bought it yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. There were so many people here. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Hello, my love. See, it's awesome when the family comes on. Gonna wait for a couple more people, see if they're about, and then I'm gonna showcase.
Dungeon family.
Yeah, my dungeon family. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I know a lot of you see this show.
Your family's in a dungeon?
No, that's not what I meant. Is that what I said? Oh, we play so much Dungeons and Dragons. We might be in dungeons. You never know. Live action Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. So.
Antonio hasn't shown up to work in a week.
That's why.
He's in the dungeon.
So has everybody say hi to Wheezy? That's Wheezy, the blue kobold, descendant of a mighty blue dragon. He's my co-host for today. So remember, when I say that sometimes I have to run off and chase some kobolds, or I'm being chased by kobold, as the case may be that day. This is what happens. He came out to just check things out and see what this dungeon corner we speak of is. Hey, bud, how are you? Welcome to the show. Yes, Antonio, this is Wheezy. He's the co-host for the show today. So listen, okay, I'm going to say it again because I had a couple more people come on. Next year, the collective is expanding into the tuxedo place. That's 2 bays. Two more bays of fun, and good stuff to have. Okay? It is going to be amazing. Amazing. All right, that's all I'm going to tell you. And you got to keep coming back every Friday next year. As it develops, I will give you developing insider news. You can't beat that on John's Dungeon Corner here at the Collective in Altamont Springs, Florida, where the party is just beginning. Once again, if you did not get your membership last night at the 2023 launch party, you have till tomorrow at close of business to get it. Christina says, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Well, the big man, Brendan, says, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So today's last time. This is it. The show's done for the year. We made it through another year. Someone's calling me. How rude.
Did you get renewed for another year, John?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I wasn't sure.
But did I renew?
I wasn't sure if the show got renewed.
The show, yes, I believe it did. And happy Friday, Sarah. Happy Friday. Sarah, I know you probably know, but I'm going to tell you too. See, I love saying this. This just sounds so good. If you say it 3 times, it's true. The collective is expanding next door into Tuxedo Bay.
Sure.
It will no longer be a Tuxedo Bay. It'll be the collective. A much better place than any other could have been.
Manifest destiny.
I manifest destiny. That's it. I'm going to tell you. I said it 3 times, so it will be so. I have spoken. But anyway, oh man, it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. And you know, the collective, you've only been here how long? How long have you in this
We
spot?
opened almost 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
We're in here tearing this place up.
Listen to that.
Get ready.
So 2 years ago, the dream began. And now it's getting bigger and bigger. And that's the way it should be because it's an awesome place. All in favor say aye, aye. Everybody out in the world said aye. We're good to go. Look at that. They love it. They love it too. So, all right. So today, we're going to talk about role playing. Somebody asked me, I actually had to write a little note about it. I actually put it in the thing. How much is too much and how much is too little? And the answer is dun dun dun. It's up to the party. It's up to the DM. It's individualistic. It's on a adventure, a campaign by campaign kind of thing. You know, blow by blow, campaign by campaign. It all depends on your players. Now, of course, this was a player that sent this to me. So I'll say this. When you're first started out, role playing is a lot of fun. Let me say this. Role playing is a lot of fun. It's enjoyable. It can turn a simple hack and slash into a memorable event. It really can. And it can be a lot of people think that it's a lot of dialogue that goes on between the game master, the player, between the players. Not so much. Role playing is essentially like acting something out. So if you're fighting, like let's say, okay, for instance, we have a brand new game master, Donna, that was running a game Wednesday that I joined. It's still a small game. And hey, if you guys are looking for a first level game to play in on Wednesday nights, she's got plenty of seats. Right now, we only have 2 players, and each of us are running 2 characters. And although that can be fun somewhat, it's so much fun when you just get into the oh, you're all watching me in New York. Hey, well, hello, family. I got my whole family, a bunch of people watching up in New York. So we came in, and I decided to create these 2 brothers, right? They're both half elves, and they both worship Torm. And I don't play a lot of clerics, so I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something totally different for this game. I'm going to play a paladin. His name is Vladimir, and he's a half elf, paladin of Torm. Then I decided his brother's going to be a war priest. Okay, he worships Torm. And they are just going to go into battle and do their thing. He is a battle priest, and that's exactly what they did. And so they ran in there. We bring the wrath of Torm. Boom! And I swung. I rolled a 20, and I explained the whole thing. He jumps in the air with his sword and just cuts right across the back of the lizard, and it cuts through the they're right. Unfortunately, yeah, close your ears, Wheezy. Yeah, we were fighting kobolds that day, and I killed the kobold, and then his brother came up and critted right behind him and killed the lizard and the kobold. Anyway, I don't want Weezy to hear that. I don't think it was part of his tribe anyway, but you never know. Can't get him mad, But I described it out. It was just a lot of fun. I mean, that's just kind of real abridged, but you can describe your combat like I run up, walk up. You're moving 30 feet. How you move that 30 feet really is up to you. You can even really get crazy if you have a good dexterity. I run up there, I jump and hit the wall, flip, and swing my sword. And if you make the right die rolls, that could be the most amazing capoeira move to a critical hit that you've ever described. Or you can slip and land on your behind. It's all in the dice. Anyway, so there's role playing when you explain what it is you're doing, just like that. I'm going to search in my pouch. Oh my gosh. And you're like, where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. It's in the other pouch. Maybe you're playing like an absent-minded rogue. Can't remember which pouch he puts his skeletal keys and locks and picks in. So that's just a small example. Then there's the role play that goes on. We've talked about this between NPCs that are played by your dungeon master. And here's why I say that the level of role playing is going to depend. If you have a game master, a dungeon master that really gets into role playing, wow, you can sit there the whole adventure and probably role play. It has been done. By the other hand, if it's a newer dungeon master kind of get into it, you might have limited role playing between those NPCs and that. Okay, because they're trying to remember a lot of things. Remember, your game master takes on the role of everything but you. They describe atmosphere. They're the bartender. They're the barmaid. They're the blacksmith. They're the kid, the little girl taking your horse to water and to brush down. Everything, not you, is the game master. So sometimes they just aren't ready for that. Okay? So you work with them. And it's something that you can both build, especially if you're a new player. You can build slowly but surely. What helps out a lot, fleshing out your character. Have an idea of what mannerisms your character has, how they speak. Like my 2 brothers, one of them is like always, as Torm crossed the desert, he crested the dunes, and below him was a battle, and he raged and ran down to join the fray. And he's describing these things as he's going into battle. While the other one is, I bring the justice of Torm to his enemies, and waboom, and there you go. These are personalities that these characters adapt, and you role play that. You role play that for your character, and it can be a lot of fun. Now, do I do it every single? No, but it's nice to when something cool happens, like those 20s, you get a little crazy with it. Everybody goes, "Oh, that's cool." So on and so forth, right? It's a lot of fun. It gives a little bit of energy to the game. It makes people laugh because they look at you. Wow, that guy's just crazy. But you know what? That's half the fun. There it is. So there's that level of role playing, and then there's, depending on how, once again, going back to the game master and how the players feel, if they feel comfortable enough, there can be a lot of interaction between the players. You could go somewhere and try to sell a magical item. What's my magical item? Okay, so I'm gonna go with you. Okay, and then your rogue buddy. Well, he's got that charisma. He's got the skills. He's got that charm. And so he walks in with you into the store, and you guys are, oh, well, I found this magical X, this magical dagger. I can't really use it, but I know, I heard. And he goes, hey, you can't tell him that. So you have this little role play going, hey, don't tell him that. Well, I have to. I mean, I want to get a good benefits. No, but the guy said, it's something we need to keep on the down low. Oh, fine. And then so now the game master is going to decide, well, what's going on here? He says, well, tell me about this dagger. What do you know about this dagger? And, you can make up a whole story. It's a magical dagger, right? And you can make up a great story to go with it and probably get maybe 3/4 of 100% value, 125% value. It depends. There'll be a die roll in there, but if you role play it, you can just as easily, and when I say die roll, you can just easily just pick up a die and go, okay, well, I'm going to try and sell this to him, and I'm going to try and get a little bit more up. Die rolls, okay, done. You get this much. All right. Or you can role play and add a little more, I don't know, a little more elegance. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Help me out here. What am I looking for? What's that word? There's a word I'm thinking. What is it? Do you know it, Wheezy? No? Thanks, man. You're a lot of help today. Just stand there and keep me safe, I guess. Wow. But all right, you get the idea. You can elaborate. You can make more of an elaborate situation and expand it and make it to where now you got the merchant's attention. Now the DM might just slip you, or say, hey, listen, wow, this dagger, now that you said that, more pizzazz. There we go. You get more pizzazz into it. Exactly. And now the game master might sit there and go, you know what? I'm going to reward him. I'm not going to reward him with money, though. Here's what I'm going to do. Now the merchant turns around and goes, I could give you something for that, but how about I give you, and he puts out a set of coins or whatever it may be. And he says, and I'm going to tell you the story behind that, because if you can find the rest of what goes with this, and it could be something, it could be a belt, a scabbard, it could be a gem, something that belonged to the guy who owned this dagger last, because you made up a great story. So he goes, it's rumored that in the hills, this guy met his untimely death, but he was in search of this blah, whatever the DM puts in there, in that parentheses. I always go blah, because it's whatever he wants to. It might be a treasure, it might be a piece of a puzzle that leads to a piece of a map that takes you to another. It can be anything. But now he's rewarding you in a way that, no, really, well, thank you. Yeah, okay. And you take your information and boom. Because the game's not just about weapons and armor and shields and magical items and spells. There's a lot of intrigue. There's a lot of adventure that has nothing to do with swinging a sword. I mean, this guy could have been a master trapsmith, and in his lair. Now, remember, this is the guy you invented, probably. You made up this story, and now the game master is going off of that and says, that guy used to be a master trapsmith. If you can get past his labyrinth of traps, it's rumored that he has a treasure waiting for anyone who, and at that time, while he was still alive, an apprenticeship for anyone who could survive it. Oh, really? Well, then, I know what our next adventure is going to be, right? And there you go. That's role playing. Sometimes it's done on the spur of the moment. Most of it is. Some of it's kind of pre-planned, because, like I've always said, the best laid plans of men and mice only ever survive initial contact. It's very, very true, by the way. Yeah. So that's very true. You can plan everything you want, you game masters. The players will find a way. And you know what? It's awesome when the players do it, because it means that they've really thought through real well their characters and how to circumvent all the wonderful things that you did for them. But that's okay. Next time, next time. There's always next time. So have fun with it. So, and that's what role playing is about. So how much, how little, too much, too little? It's like a scale, and it's going to tilt back and forth on you. Some days there's going to be a lot of role playing, and some days there's not. Sometimes the monsters just don't want to hear it. We've been like that before, right? See? And And you just cannot, no matter how charming or how great your role is, these guys are just not having it. They don't like you. You interrupted their lunch, their dinner, and guess what? They ain't having it. They're gonna attack. So that's where you at. But so that's what I'm gonna say about role playing. Now, I promised you guys that once some of you more of you were on here, that we would sit there and open up this box. This is a cool box. It just came in literally. It's called the Dungeons and Dragons Campaign Case Terrain. Build thrilling encounters with this set of terrain tiles for the world's greatest role-playing game, which it is. Role-playing. Remember that. Role-playing is important in that. Let me see. Oh, here are my glasses. All right. Let me see what's going on here. All right. Let's pop this bad baby open. Last thing I'm going to open up this year. This is it. We're going to do an unboxing. Bum, bum, bum. I think this is how you open this. My. Aren't I a popular person today, huh? Not during the show, though. Let's see what we got here. How do I do this? We're going to see. Here we go. Nope. Here we go. Oh, wow. This is just not an easy thing to do, is it? Well, you know what? My box set anyway, right? So what's important is what's in it. I just didn't want to tear the whole thing up because I wanted to keep the box in some semblance of shape, yeah? All right, here we go. All right. There we go. Oh, this is really cool. Check this out. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that, huh? A blue ampersand. The Dungeons and Dragons blue ampersand. That's nice. Wow. Both sides. Ooh, it's got like a moon. See it? Isn't that the coolest thing I can tell? Look at that. I like it. Ooh, that's right. Ooh. I will leave that right there. Ta-da. All right, let's see what's in it. How do we open it? Bum, 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 bum. There's nothing quite an unveiling for the first time. Let's see how we open this. Looks like it opens here. We don't want to break this one, do we? Bum, 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 ba-da. Huh. Oh, I see. We have stuff holding it back from opening, I think. There we go. Let's see, maybe. All right, let's see how that worked. Boy, this is something else, huh? When you're opening something for the first time and you don't know what you're doing. That's not the way to open it, it seems. You pull it open like this? Oh, okay, I see. Wow, this is like in here tight, gang. Huh. This is something else, I tell you. Wow. I'm not sure how you're supposed to open this, people. Oh, look at that. I had it upside down. That's what happens. Oh, look at this. Look at that. That's kind of cool right there, huh? Neat little picture. Ta-da. All right. Ooh, this pops open like this. Nice little book here. Oh, look, it has all kinds of tents and dead bodies and cards and stuff. So this is really nice. So if you don't have a lot of miniatures, wow, look at this. All right, so there's all these neat little, this is the tiles. There's the things that go on the tiles. I'm guessing coffins and undead stuff. There goes a feast. All kinds of like castle. This is like a castle motif. More like a woodsy kind of motif. This is more of a cemetery. Let's see what we got on the other side. Okay, let's see what we got over here. And over here, we got some horse-drawn carts, some oxen-drawn cart and animals, some rubble, some staircases. All right. Then, oh, look, a pack of the tiles themselves, the adventure tiles. Okay, let's see what we got here. Bum, 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 ba-da. Look at everything's brand new, brand spanking new. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, look at this craziness here. Bum, 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 bum. That opens up into a nice board. Look at that. So it comes with a nice board, tile board. Has both a outdoorsy and an indoor. Okay, so we got that. All right. Then we pull this open, and there's more. Wait. Oh, look at this. Nicely wrapped in here, huh? Let's see what do you think? What do you think is in here? Let's see. Ta-da! Ta-da! Oh, check it out. Look at that. So these nicely laminated. You can use probably white, wet, and dry erase markers on it. Look at that. So these are tiles, and you can build as you go. Look at this, like so. They can interconnect like such, as such. Then we put that one there. That's kind of cool, see? And you can build as you go and draw on it as you go. This is very cool. So let me see that go. One set. Wonder what's in here. Let's see what we got here. Aha, another set. Look at that. Very nice. So here goes a whole nother set. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5x5s. 5x5 style sets. You can put them together as such. And you can kind of build it out. I've been interested in it. And it looks good. Worth the money for extra immersion on the table. Hey, Noctis Inferno. How are you, bud? Welcome to the show. Yes. And there's about, well, let me see. There's information on the back I can just read, I'm sure. But let's see what we got. It's got 30 sturdy double-sided adventure tiles and matching playing surface. You also got 5 sheets filled with dozens of reusable terrain clings for outdoor and indoor features. Use them over and over to customize your dungeon, city, and wilderness maps. And it has a durable storage case, which it does. This is really nice. I don't know if you got to see the storage case earlier, but that's the storage case it comes in. It's very nice. Really nice. I like it. You just have to know how to remember how to open it. That was the funniest thing. I couldn't open it. It's got a magnetic. This whole magnetic thing. That's it. Boop, and it opens up. So it's a storage case. You can carry everything in it. And then the clings. Well, let's cling something here. All right, let's do that. Let's see what we got here. Let's grab one of these. Oh, okay. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. One of my favorites. Let's see what we got here. Let's grab. Okay, let's grab ourselves a coffin and let's cling it right here. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. There it is, a coffin, huh? Okay, let's see what else we can put in here. Oh, here we go. Why not? Here we go. All right. So as you enter the 25 by 25 foot room from the south, the center of the room is dominated by the statue of an angel with a winged angel of death holding a long sword. Behind it is a coffin. What do you do? Aha. That is really neat. That is nice. I like that. Maybe instead we find in the next room. I like this. So basically you got all these clings, all these material. And basically, look, you got nice chairs here, a bear rug, some tables. So everything's as if you were looking down on it. Okay, so this is really neat. There's a feasting table. Boy, these people just love Colin Buddha, don't they? Sorry about that. I should turn that down, but it's the last show. I was so excited when I saw this. Here's a nice long table for feast on it. Okay, that would look really cool. Some barrels, some beds, outdoor terrain. So it clings and look, comes off very easily. So no more coffin. Now it's just a statue. Let's move the coffin over here instead. Huh. So it's that easy. I like it. I like it a lot. And then, of course, if you want to build something, you just want to add, you can always just, like I said, it comes with a nice board. Very nice board. And I bet you that those clings will work with the normal tile sets too, because this feels This feels like the same material or the same glossiness. I think it'll work really nice. So, Antonio says it looks good. Yeah, it's really nice and easy to travel with instead of lugging 10 bags and big maps. Absolutely, I agree with you. I like that. Sarah says it sounds like the perfect tool for people to use if they DM on Wednesday nights. Noctis says it's really nice and easy to travel with instead of lugging 10 bags and big maps. Agreed. And Tony says, yes, it does. I agree with you 110%. This would be really nice because, and it's funny because they actually, there are other, what do they call these? The reusable terrain clings. There are other sheets of clings that they carry, that the collective has, that would work just as easily on this. So this is really nice. And the clings themselves have their own neat little folder here. I like that. Look, you got this neat little folder once again, and that's where you can keep all your clings. It's like a two-sided. Look at that. You can put them all right in there. So it's really nice. Wow, this is kind of crazy. Never before. I have to remember to shut that down. But there we go. So that's what it looks like. I unboxed it. This one is mine. You kind of have it. You can look at it this coming Wednesday, but you kind of have it. This is really neat. I like that. You know what this helps with too is if you want to do something impromptu, or if you just bring it and for some reason you're supposed to be playing as a game master, this will be really nice because if you were thinking of playing that day and for some reason somebody doesn't show up or there's more players like we get here at the collective, and that's one of the appeals that I want to put out for next year. I like game masters. If you'd ever wanted to run a game, please come down and do so on Wednesday night. We're looking for more game masters. There's all kinds of experienced and inexperienced players that are always looking for a game. I think this may be the solution to be ever ready. Because if you're coming to play, you've already got dice. And these clings, and I mean, this setup right here, this box set right here would do for a one-night adventure. This, I mean, I love this stuff. In fact, Antonio received the Dungeon Masters, the Game Masters box set from Dragon Shield. And oh man, you got the miniatures there. So in 2 boxes, if Antonio Kate had one of these, in 2 boxes, he can have everything he needs to run the game. He has miniatures, dice, all the information, and he has the whole dungeon in this box set. And that is awesome. I have got to tell you, I like it. This is mine. I'll bring it with me next Wednesday and to show it off. Maybe let Donna use it. She's got a couple of fold outs herself. So, and that's what you do. I don't mind lending stuff out, or letting people use things. I should say lending things out, but letting people use things like this, because this just enhances the game. It's the thing that Noctis said. It's a wonderful enhancement to the game, and that's what it's all about. How helping the players imagine more, have more fun, enjoy the game. It gives it's visually appealing. So for aesthetic sake, it looks really good, and I like it. And the other good thing about this, I'll say this, and this is something that I've been thinking. And I just saw this today. I was here all last night. I think this just came. They just put it out. It arrived and didn't get out in time, or it was just so busy here. I mean, there were so many people. I may have just walked by and gone, and just kept going. But the neat thing about this is, it has all these clings with coffins. Could you imagine? Okay, and I have trees and I have coffins and I got buildings. I have tables and all kinds of things that I set up. So can you imagine if I had to carry 5 coffins, the statue, the doors and everything with me at all times? It's like Noctis said, it is just so much stuff. Antonio knows, because Antonio sometimes comes in here with like 4 and 5 bags. I've seen game masters walk in with literally with a cart, one of those little hand-drawn carts full of miniatures. Because it's just, I'm like, wow, this is great, compact, easy to travel, pretty inexpensive, well worth it to me. Everything has its worth, right? It just whatever worth you place on it. So come down and take a look at it. If you want, I'll be here next Wednesday playing, and I'll bring it with me so everybody can see it and kind of look it over and play with it a little bit. I don't mind, And yeah, good stuff there. So my last announcement after all this, next year, I told you folks that we were going to do things a little differently with the Dungeon Corner. And we are. And I've come up, like I said, it would probably the first thing that my first subject for the first month in January. You can use your wagon. Yes. yes. Oh my gosh, that's true. My wife got me Christina got me a wagon. It's an actually it's about as long. You've seen these wagons that people carry behind them, right? With their picnic stuff and all that. Okay. I have one that's as big as this table right here. And this table's pretty big, okay? This table, I can't it's huge. It's long. And I can just fill up all my No, not for a Wednesday game. I love the compact, how compact all this is, and the diversity that you can carry in just 2 or 3 cases. And that wagon is big. It'd be too big to carry these little things. But yes, I could use my wagon. I will be using my wagon a lot. I have lots of tournaments coming up. But anyway, okay, back to this. So, what I was talking about. So, the show, still the Dungeon Corner, John's Dungeon Corner. We're going to start out with the showcase, the item, the merchandise showcase, whatever maybe new that week, and whatever is relevant to the topic of whatever I'm going to talk about. That's what I'm going to have. Like one side will be the new merch, and on the other side, stuff that merchandise things that can help you, like these kind of the tiles and the books that may be coming out and that kind of thing that you can look at. And we'll talk about a little bit. Then we'll have the topic of the day, which is, or not the topic, excuse me, the question of the day, which will be a question posed to you to me by you guys, or suggested that, but a question that I'll answer. Keep it nice and simple. I'll answer it. Boom. There you go. If you want more, I'll probably send an email response to you and talk about it on the show. That way you have your own personal response that if you wanted to ask me more about it to expand on, we can. And then I'll talk about it on the show. Keep it simple on the show. Then we're going to have the actual month-long discussion. And that's where the first month is going to be about dungeon mastering. We've had Tony and I have had a lot of questions about dungeon mastering. And in fact, Donna's doing a great job over there. And, she had wanted to. And so she got encouraged, and now she's running her own game. And that's awesome. So if you've got questions about dungeon mastering and that, January is going to be your month. And the awesome part about it is, since I'm theming the entire month about dungeon mastering, we'll take it from beginning, and I'm not going to say to end because there's really no end. I'm going to take it from beginning to where you can get going to a point where you're comfortable with it. And we've gone over some of the mechanics and the techniques that you need and some of the things that can help you. Okay. So let's see. Christina said, I really enjoy learning about role playing. And are there any YouTube channels I can watch for inspiration? Wow. Yes. Yes. Yes and yes. Well, I'm glad that you got inspired about the role playing. As far as YouTube channels, oh my gosh. So, Antonio, name of that channel that you watch about Critical Role. I know it's Critical Role something where the players are. I think that's the most awesome. I'm gonna tell you, I think that their channel, the Critical Role channel with Matt Mercer and the players and his group of players, that's amazing. And you can see different levels. And that's, you got to remember, these guys are all voice actors. They're professionals. They take on the mannerisms of their characters. Even when Matt Mercer speaks, I was amazed watching him. And I do a lot of voices. I try to do voices. Let me reiterate that. But he has the facial features, and you'll see him, and he'll be like, "Oh, well, I don't know if I can do that for you," kind of thing. But he just does it really good. But anyway, you get the idea. That's one group. Critical has tons of videos, and it's mostly role play. So there you go. Sarah, that's what Sarah just posted that. So anything Critical Role will probably lead you in the right direction. They are amazing. They're voice actors. Their characters have their own cartoon. They voice those characters. So they're really good at what they do. That's, I bet you, the top of the cream of the crop right there. Now, as far as that, just punch in, inspiration for role playing, and you'll see how to do voices, and you'll get all kinds of opinions. Like, is a dwarf supposed to be Celtic? Is a dwarf supposed to have an Irish accent? what's a pirate really sound like? What kind of pirate do I want to sound like? Okay, that's the kind of character you're playing, a barbarian. What kind of attitude should a barbarian? And just punch that stuff in and it'll come up. Some of it's going to be good. Some of it's going to range from fantastic to, hey, that's pretty cool. And we'll leave it at that. Okay. I think that anybody who gets on there and at least tries to help somebody is trying to help. And, it just depends on what level of help you're looking for. But I give props to all those people who put it out there on the internet. And, so there's that. There's other channels of other groups. Every group has their own flair, and they do. That's one of the goals that I actually have for my D&D game at home is I just don't have the equipment to do it. I want to get like the boom mic like they have here and a nice camera setup that has like an overlet view of the game because we use a lot of miniatures in that. The neat thing about Matt Mercer is they show. I want to take it like where you can hear the players, look at the players, and see what's going on. And that's kind of hard to do. He does it from time to time, from what Antonio tells me. A lot of what I've seen is them doing the role playing. So I haven't really seen a lot of their combat because combat is combat, and that's not really. I want to see how they interact among themselves and with the game master, how Matt Mercer runs the game and the facial features, his voices. The aspects that he takes on. It's really cool. It is really. So if you've never seen it, go to the Critical Role, check them out. They're amazing. They're amazing group of players, and Mercer's an amazing game master. So he has, from time to time, Antonio tells me he has stars that come out there. Vin Diesel's been on his show and a couple of others. So it's something to really look at. And really get kind of inspired. And that's what I would say. If any of them, that one. And their characters are unique. Now, remember, they're playing, that is the flair for their character. Just use it maybe as a bouncing board to kind of jump off on your own, a trampoline sort of to kind of bounce off into your own direction. But it'll give you some idea. I think they have like about 7 characters, 6 or 7 characters, male and female. All the different classes and races, so you can kind of hear that and go from there. So there's that, but back to to John's Dungeon Corner. I kind of going off on a tangent there, and that's actually the second month. I can tell you what the first 3 months are going to be like. The first month is going to be dedicated to Dungeon Masters. Okay, A through Z. It's usually about 6 people. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, it's usually about 6 people. The second month, I'm going to dedicate to players. And it's going to start out how to create a character. Not how to create the best character, not how to create the OP character, but how to create a character. Okay, the steps that you go through. The background, how to write a backstory. Okay? And I'm gonna go through it with you, week by week by week. Now remember, we're only gonna have maybe 4 or 5 weeks. That's February actually, so we're probably only gonna have like 4 Fridays to do that. But by the time we get done with that month, you'll feel comfortable with the techniques, the mechanics of the game, how to create that character from scratch, and you're always gonna need help, gang. Listen, when you first start playing any game, you need help. Reading the rules is great. But it's the actual hands-on that really helps you. So Game Master will help you, but you'll be able to put together all these the terminology used. Your attributes, your skills, roll for initiative. What does all that craziness mean? We're gonna go through that. What's best for this character probably is definitely not best for that character. So, and that's in the book too. But what is wisdom? I love the explanation that Antonio gives for the difference between intelligence and wisdom. I'm not going to have him type it out right now, but if you're ever here on a Wednesday, ask him about that. Ask him, what is the difference between an intelligence attribute and the wisdom attribute? And you're going to love his answer. It makes it so, it's like simple. Okay? And we'll leave it at that. Okay. And then the third month, don't want to accidentally kill your character because you didn't ask. That's right. Very good point, Sarah. There is never a dumb question. I know you've heard that in school. I know that you've heard that in life. It's true. There is no dumb question. Ask, 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 and ask. Okay? Ask. That's what the Game Master's for. Ask. They'll help you. Ask. Ask any question you want. Okay. It's very important. That way you understand it and you get it. All right. Now, and then the third month, we're going to talk about what we talked about a little bit today, role playing. And I'm gonna try. My ideas, my concept is gonna be to bring out several people. I'm gonna try and do it, make this to where we can interact a little better. I think there's a way that you can take this to another level, where people can share their screens and things like that. Now you'll have to have permission and stuff like that, but I'm gonna figure out how to do all that so that we can interact more. And maybe Antonio, if he has a little bit of time, he can come on and show you things and have and there's ways that you can have guest people come on. I just have to figure all that out. It's something that we're working on here. 2023 is going to be a really good year for the collective. We're going to try to take it up a notch. So with that being said, that's the kind of things that we can look forward to. Don't forget, they're going to be expanding over into the next store. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be bigger and better. So, all right. With all that being said, I've kind of covered everything. Weezy, thanks for coming along for the last show. I appreciate you guarding. Everybody out there, once again, thank you for sharing your time and spending your afternoon a little bit. You can share with us here on John's Dungeon Corner. I appreciate it. A lot of you have been with me the entire time the show's been running. So thank you. I look forward to your continued support next year. And hopefully we get some more people involved. So as always, may the road rise up to meet your feet. And may all your adventures be successful. This is it. Last show of 2022. It's been a great year. 2023 is going to be even better. And I'll see you here at John's Dungeon Corner from the collective in Altamont Springs, Florida. And last but not least, Happy New Year, everybody. All right. See y'all in 2023.